problematic. The Catholic Church pedophilia. I claim it's definitely this kind of inherent transgression of the Catholic Church. You cannot say the way the Church is saying, okay, priests are humans like everybody else. Of course, some of them are pedophiliac. We cannot control it and so on. No, I even know some examples from a journalist who did research in my own country, in Slovenia, that of priests who, when they joined church, were, how should I put it, straight heterosexuals. This was the institution itself which made them pedophiliacs. So this is something, this is what interests me, how institutions have this kind of a secret collective unconscious, not in the Jungian sense, but in the sense of an implicit symbolic structure, which is publicly disavowed, but nonetheless a disavowed constituent of their identity, which is why typically the Church reacts to these cases in this ultra-protective way. Okay, so, and I think that these implicit rules, these unwritten, prohibited habits which control us, but they are prohibited to mention publicly, this is where change is the most difficult. For example, from my experience of the army, when I served in 75, 76 in the Yugoslav army, this was my basic experience there. How, on the one hand, explicitly, the military community was extremely homophobic. If somebody was discovered to be homosexual, he was beaten every night, totally ignored, and so on and so on. But that's only one side of the story. The other side of the story is that unbelievable to what extent the entire army life was penetrated with homosexual innuendos. Like, for example, even to say hello in the morning, we didn't say hello. We say, I'll smoke yours, or something like this. It was unbelievable. How, this is what interested me. How, again, the explicit prohibition was sustained by a kind of a permanent reference to some kind of a thwarted, implicit homosexuality. The difficult thing is to change things here. That is to say, to change things at the level of what Lacan called the big other.